गीत, जानकारी से भागीदारी तक। In India, the central and state governments have started many schemes to provide assistance to the needy families. Such commendable efforts many times do not reach the needy. Geet GIS-enabled entitlement tracking system, means Geet mobile app, is an initiative of the Ministry of Rural Development (UNDP) and Foundation for Ecological Security. The objective of Geet is to provide information to the rural community about government schemes, enable small farmers, landless families, and communities living below the poverty line to access their rights and entitlements, and enhance the livelihood of the economically weaker sections by improving their access to government schemes and benefits. Enumerators play a vital role in the success of the Geet app. They help individuals and households register on the Geet app. Through Geet, citizens are made aware of the eligibility and benefits under various government schemes available to them. It also helps the citizens resolve their problems by taking their problems to the government departments. The purpose of this video is to help enumerators use the app. To download the Geet app, enter the URL https://geet.observatory.org.in in your browser. When you browse, you will then see the Geet Enumerators app and the Geet Public app below. Click the download button below the Enumerator app and the app will be downloaded. Then install the app in your mobile and give all the required rights. To log in to the portal, you can log in by entering the user ID and password given to you by the administrator on the app. Please note that internet connection will be required at the time of login. After logging in by entering the user ID, password and clicking on Continue, the page for selecting the region opens up. Each enumerator is assigned a different village. The location to which the administrator has given access to will be visible to the enumerator in the drop-down menu. Even here, the state, district and tehsil are present in the drop-down menu. Here, we will see the list of villages that have been handed over to us. The village in which the enumerator will work will become their default village. However, enumerators can download data from 3 villages simultaneously. Our suggestion would be to select only one village for data download. On selecting the default village and submitting it, all the data of the default village will be downloaded on your mobile. An internet connection is required to download data. It may take a few minutes to download. After the data is downloaded, we will go to the home screen. Here, we will click on Settings present below, and in the next page that opens, we will change the language of the app. To change the language, we will click on Change Language. By clicking on it, we chose Hindi. An internet connection is not required to change the language. Now the enumerator can work in the default village. Section 1. Data Entry. In this, we will learn about data entry. There are 4 sections on the home screen. On the top is the data entry, SECC data, entitled card, add new record and household division. SECC data contains government census data. It will be activated and used with the permission of the state government partners. Internet connection will not be required to work in the village. First, we go to the Add New Record. To add new record, as we click on the Add New Record, the Basic section opens. Enter basic details of the individual whose record we are filling, such as the name of the person, father or husband's name, mother's name and date of birth. Here in the calendar, the option of the month appears at the top. To change the year, I select the birth year and go down and click on it. Then enter the 10-digit mobile number. Then fill the age. select caste from the drop-down menu. For sex or gender, select male, female or transgender from the drop-down menu. Select if you come under the below poverty line, means BPL or not. Choose your marital status from the drop-down menu. Choose whether you have a disability or not. These details are necessary to fill. SHG, which means self-help group, is at the bottom of the form. If the person whose data we are adding is associated with any SHG, then the enumerator can select the name of that SHG from the drop-down menu. However, filling in this field is optional. Household number or HH number has two sections. If we are adding a third or fourth member of the household, we will choose the option of existing household. The second option is enter new household. If any member of a household has not been added, we can add that household by selecting the enter new household option on the app. To add a new household, basic details of the head of the household have to be filled. On this page, there are details like age, caste, sex or gender, whether they are BPL or not, their marital status are to be filled. After filling in all the details and clicking on the submit option, the temporary number 386 will appear. The temporary household number is generated by the Geet mobile app. When we click on the existing household option, we see two options. The first is existing permanent number, HH number, and the second is temporary HH number. If you are adding a new member to the old household, then you will have to remember and enter their temporary eligibility number. Geet also generates temporary household number and temporary entitlement number for every individual even without internet access. The 12-digit permanent ECID number and HH number will not be generated until all your data is synced on the portal. In this situation, we will have to use temporary HH number. As soon as I clicked on the settings option and clicked on synchronize data, the EC number and HH number of each entry appeared in the app. After this, if we want, we can add another member to this household by clicking on add another member. If you are adding a new household, you will get a new temporary number. If you want to avail the benefits of the scheme of a particular field, then you can check your eligibility by entering the information in that field. On the basis of schemes, this information has been divided into 14 categories. Some of them are basic information, ID card, social security, skill development, sanitation, health and nutrition, livelihood and employment, housing, women and child development, insurance and all. After filling the basic details, fill the identity card details. Records like Aadhaar card and election card are entered in the ID card. It is not easy to get someone's identity card in the field. Hence, this section has been kept separate. Now, you can fill the data as per your requirement based on the scheme, but our suggestion is that if you fill all subject head with the data, then the app will automatically tell you schemes you are eligible for. In the all option, fill your age, select your caste from the drop-down menu, select sex or gender from male, female or transgender, whether you are BPL or not, select your marital status from the drop-down menu, whether or not you're pregnant or lactating, whether you have a disability or not, fill all the information. Educational level, select from drop-down menu. Illiterate, an individual who cannot read or write. Literate but below primary, an individual over 7 years of age who can read and write with understanding of a language and who has studied only till 4th class. Primary, individual who has passed 5th, 6th or 7th class. 9th to 12th class pass. 10th or 12th failed. Secondary, individual who has passed 10th or 11th class. Higher secondary, individual who has passed 12th class but has not completed graduation. Graduate or higher, an individual who has completed graduation. House type, enumerator must select from drop-down list. Common, a group that lives together and whose food is cooked in a common kitchen. Institutional, a group of unrelated people whose meals are prepared in a common kitchen. Homeless, those who do not live in houses but live in the open. Type of wall, grass, thatch, bamboo, wood, wet soil, plastic, unburnt brick, handmade tiles, others. Main sources of income, daily wage labor, non-agriculture and own business, begging, garbage collection, donation, farming, other, nothing. Own land, yes or no. Type of area, rural, urban. Particularly vulnerable tribal group, yes or no. Farmer, yes or no. Annual income, fill details. Livestock, yes or no. Bank account, yes or no. If you want to see information about schemes related to a particular subject head for your eligibility criteria, then fill the necessary information in that subject head. The reset option allows you to correct the mistake and make the entry again. You can save data using the insert option. Entitlement card data contains data of both individual and household. It contains the unique ID of both the individual and the household. Both are also linked to each other. On clicking the entitlement card data, we get three options: individual, household, and record of the deceased. Individual option. By clicking on the individual option, you can see the information of the individual registered on the app. Users can search records by entering details like EC number, father or husband's name in the search text box. Users can also sort records using the three dots at the top. Household option. By clicking on the household option, you can see the records of all the families registered in the app. You can also check and update household records by entering text in the enumerator drop-down. You can see the records related to any one individual or household. It is necessary to add record of deceased individual on the app who is already registered in the app. Step 1. Click the plus to add a deceased individual record. Step 2. Enter the EC number of the deceased individual. As soon as I went to the temporary eligibility number and clicked on the number 4, Pradeep's name came up. Pradeep's mother's name is Sita and father's name is Sanjay. Then the app asked to enter the date of his death. Step 3. Now enter the death certificate number. Then capture photo certificate. After that, click Save and save everything. After this, the records of the deceased individual will be removed from all the eligibility lists. His name will not even appear in the tracking register. Their name and records will go into a separate register. Sometimes some members of a household move away from the big household and form a separate household. For creating a separate household, click on the household split option on the home screen. Step 1. To search for a household, enter its household number or temporary number. For example, when we entered the temporary household number 3 of this household, we saw that 2 people are allotted to temporary household number 3. One is Sandesh and the other is Mahesh. Step 2. Both names have a plus sign. As soon as I clicked the plus sign, it changed to a minus sign, meaning Mahesh moved away from Sandesh's household and moved to a new household. Now, a new household number will be created for Mahesh. Step 3. As soon as I click on Save option, we will be able to see the permanent household number of the new household. You will also receive a message confirming that the household split was successful. Section 2. Schemes. In this section, we will know about the schemes. Check eligibility. On clicking the Check Eligibility option, 2 options will appear: Search schemes for individual and Search schemes for household. In this, we can go to Search individual scheme and fill the appropriate information to view the schemes of different subject heads. Or you can check all the schemes by clicking on the All button. As we enter the EC number or temporary number and click on Search, we will see the list of schemes according to the eligibility. If you do not remember the eligibility number, you can directly check the eligibility by going to any subject head. Follow the same method to find suitable schemes for the household too. Section 3. Entitlement Tracking. In this section, we will learn about entitlement tracking. To access entitlement tracking for individuals, click the Individuals button below Entitlement Tracking on the home screen. Enter your EC number or temporary EC number and click on Submit button. The app will show all the related schemes in 2 parts: eligible schemes and non-eligible schemes. I clicked on the individual option. When the temporary eligibility number was entered, Sohan's information appeared. It has 2 sections. One is eligible schemes and the other is non-eligible schemes. The scheme we select becomes dark. Information about the schemes for which Sohan is eligible is shown here. As soon as you click on the eligible scheme, All the eligible schemes will be visible in two parts. 1. Have applied. 2. Have availed the benefit. As soon as we click on the Apply option, a calendar will open in front of us. We will see the date in which the application for the scheme was made and when its benefit was availed. Clicking on Ineligible schemes will show all the schemes for which the individual is not eligible. Non-eligible schemes are kept in the list because even if Vijay is not eligible for these schemes today, he may be eligible for them in future. It is possible that unmarried Vijay may become married, or minor Vijay may turn 18 years old or may come into the category of senior citizen. Enumerators can track entitlements with the tracking register. With this, the enumerator can see on which date an individual applied for which schemes he did not apply, and on which date he got the benefits of the schemes. They can also save all this information by clicking on the Save button. Reinstall means completely clear the data, and Cancel button will undo everything. Section 4. Entitlement Grievance. In this section, we will learn about entitlement grievance. There are two options for filing grievances related to schemes, individuals, and households. To register grievances about schemes related to an individual, click on the Individuals button below the Entitlement Grievances on the home screen. We can register grievances on the app by using the plus mentioned above. On clicking this plus, the system will ask us to enter the eligibility number of the individuals filing the grievances. You can file a new grievances by entering the eligibility number. In this way, you can file a grievance about household-related schemes. Then, the enumerator has to select the scheme in respect of which the individual has to lodge the grievance. If you are not getting the benefit of the scheme or are getting only partial benefit, then click on Select Your Grievances option and select the type of grievance. You can also upload a photo of the grievance. However, it is not necessary to fill one option. To save the grievance, click on Save option. Click Cancel to cancel. Click on Restore to register the grievance again. Entitlement grievances. Grievances filed appear under the two sections. First, undecided. These include grievances which have not been resolved. The second is resolved. These include those grievances which have been resolved. If the grievance is not visible in the drop-down menu, then you can register a grievance regarding schemes related to an individual or household by clicking on Other option and File Grievances button. Section 5. App Settings. In this section, we will learn about app settings. If there is network connectivity, it is necessary to sync data every 3 to 4 hours. Otherwise, sync the data every evening. By syncing the data is saved on the server. Even if your mobile gets stolen or damaged, the data remains safe on the server. You will need an internet connection to save data from mobile to the song server. For this, we went to Settings and clicked on Sync Data option. Data saved. To work in the next village, you have to change the region. For this, press the Change Region button. In Region Change, you can choose a new village only by changing your village. You will not need the internet to log out. To log out, go to the Settings page from the home screen. Log out by clicking the Logout button on the Settings page. To log in again with the same account, you can log in again by entering the user ID and password on the Login Again option in the app. With this ID, you can log in to the Geet public portal and view the collected data and generate a new report based on it. Remember, keep syncing data when you get the chance. By doing this, the data remains safe in the server. Internet connection is required to save data. Our URL is https://geet.observatory.org.in.